everyone, Nicole here from Subotics. So I wanted to talk about, should you buy a franchise or go independent and open your own retail store? So this is for those of you that have the money, have the funding, and you want to do a retail store right now. You're thinking about coming to our course, or maybe you're just scouring the internet and thinking about opening a cell phone franchise. So I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to point out good and bad on both sides. I have no preference here. I'm not pitching a franchise. I'm not pitching independent. So I literally am just an unbiased opinion. So let's just think of this like me and you having a conversation and you're getting my open opinion about it. So let's talk about franchises. So franchises can be expensive. Now, if you already had a cell phone store, some franchises will, if you build it big enough, they'll actually waive the franchise fee and bring you on as a franchise store, but you still have to pay those residuals every month and percentages and buy parts from them and things like that. But say you're just going out and you just want to open a franchise straight out. Franchise fees can vary. I've seen them from $25,000 all the way up to $200,000, and then you have to have a certain amount of net worth, okay? What are the benefits? So I would say for the downfall of franchises would be the pricing. If you don't have the capability to, fund those high prices, it may not even be high to you. So I say high, but that's a perception-based thing, right? Some of you, like 200 grand is nothing to put into a business. So I don't like to say high. Just if you don't have the ability to fund those numbers, that may be an issue for you. Downfalls, control. You don't really have control over your own business as far as creativity of what you want to do with it. There is really a structured way to follow things. You're not really working for anyone, but you are following a set guidelines and rules. Some of them, like, they won't allow you to sell certain things. You can't do activations for some of them you can. It's very like box. So if one store's doing it, they all do it. Like you couldn't add your own miscellaneous things to your business or go out on your own and venture and add things to your company because it's a franchise, which I'm sure most of you know that, right? Benefits of a franchise. Systems. So the same thing that can be a disadvantage can be an advantage, right? Systems, data, understanding the market, they just have like things in place that can help people. So also ability to bigger contracts, like, some have like Samsung contracts, some have Apple contracts, some have contracts with different large corporations. So, that kind of opens you up to that arena where you wouldn't have had to do that on your own. They have training things in program. We have franchisees that come here for our training. So, even though they have their own in-house training, you can still come to Subotics and we will introduce you to those, we're not going to introduce you to them, but we're going to talk about those franchises. And if you're someone that's looking to purchase a franchise, you can bring that up in class and we can talk about different franchise options, okay? Now, I don't know the franchise fees for all of them. We can kind of go over a roundabout and even pull up the website and check it out together, okay? Independent. Downfall. Well, first downfall was the first thing I talked about. You're on your own, okay? Other than maybe having help from us, you are creating a business from the ground, from a seed, okay? So it's like if you were buying a house and you were planning a tree area and you said, okay, instead of going and buying a big tree that's already grown, I'm gonna plant a seed, you see? So you have a seed and it's your job to water it and grow it and stabilize it with sticks and make sure it goes the direction you want it to towards this. It's more work. It's your baby, right? That's probably the biggest downfall, is that it's all on you. What are the positives of independent? Oh, also a negative of independent is commercial accounts are just a little bit harder to get, but we do talk to you about that, and there are some ways for you to get around it. You probably could not get a contract with like Samsung or like a TV manufacturer. Do you need it? Not really. I've never had one. Let's just get that out there in the air. I do not own a franchise and I'm not partnered with Samsung or Apple, okay? Do I have commercial accounts? Yes, I do. We'll talk about that too. I do have repair contracts, fix a few hundred phones a month for these repair contracts. So we'll talk about that too. And it has nothing, I don't have a franchise, so I didn't need that to do that. All right, so let's talk about the positives, right? Positives of independent, you have more free time to do what, you have more ability, not free time. You're not gonna have any free time. Where that came from, that was wrong. You're actually not gonna have any time anymore for the next 5 years if you do it right. If not, for the rest of your life, you're gonna be working day and night. let's just be honest here. I work 24/7. People always ask me, how do you do it? I don't know. I just do it. Okay. I just do it. It's natural. It doesn't bother me anymore. It used to bother me and stress me out how much I worked. I used to say, God, why did I stop working for someone else? At least I could just clock in and out and go home and relax. But I love it now. I'm like addicted to it. I love working on my company. So you have the ability to add what you want. So you could do activation, sell dish out of your store if you wanted to, offer people free internet. You could create a internet cafe. You can do, some stores have like gaming setups where people come and pay for game time, and they have gaming tournaments. You can sell phones, you can buy phones, you can fix any type of device that you want to. You're not limited. And the cost is going to be a little bit lower depending on how you go with it. If you want to do like a big store with nice fancy fixtures inside of a high rated mall, then yeah, okay, you're going to spend a pretty penny. But if you're just opening a shop in a shopping center, you do need to be in a busy shopping center. We do talk about that in class. I do not recommend going the cheap route when it comes to renting space if you're going to do like a retail space, because cheap is cheap for a reason, right? You pay for what you get for, okay? You pay for what you get. Did I say that right? Sometimes I get tongue-tied. Okay, you know, you can spend money, but it won't be as much. So that's my opinion between franchise versus independent. Okay, now you could open an independent shop and build it up, and then ask franchises if they want to, or they may even approach you. They'll just approach you and say, hey, would you like to convert to a store of ours? We can put it out there, call up you and say, hey, I'm thinking about possibly converting to a franchise, and call up you and say, hey, I'm in talks with this company and that company. What do you got for me? It gives you a negotiating tool, right? So there's multiple ways to go about it. Whatever it is, get out there and do it. Cell phone industry is amazing, okay? There's a lot of income potential here. You can actually set up the company, set up the business, have it running, and walk away as an owner and open another facility. So it's not something that the owner has to do. Some businesses that we get into, it's like, if we're not there, it will not survive, With a cell phone store, you can set it up to where you can walk away and open another store, and then eventually own 10 stores, and then be like vacationing in the Bahamas while your stores are running. Let's just be honest, you can do that. So I hope to see you in class. Go ahead and sign up at cellbotics.com, and I hope that this video was beneficial. All right, guys, thanks. Bye-bye.